What's up everybody, I'm here with Sew Yeah Quilting. Today I'm going to show you how you make these awesome neckties. Let's get started. To make these ties, we need a paper template, which we provide in the description below. Since we are church going people, we make lots of ties and we wear a tie every single Sunday. So we've gone ahead and cut out our paper template, traced it to some cardboard, and cut out some cardboard templates. Our next step is the fabrics. We like to use different colors, really wild fabrics, so it makes an interesting tie, like the one I'm wearing currently. So today we'll be using a art gallery print and a normal solid. This is like a light blue, which will be our back. So let me show you how you cut out your ties. So we lay down our fabric and we're going to now lay down our templates. We want our templates laid down, so we're cutting the fabric on the bias, that way our ties have a little bit of stretch to them. Using our normal rotary cutter, we're going to go ahead and cut these out. Now that we have the top of the tie cut out, we're going to go now and cut the back of the tie out in our solid print. I'm going to take these and lay these aside, lay out our solid. We use solids on our ties just because you can only see about 2 inches of it only on the back side of your tie, so we just find something that matches. And right there is the back of our ties. We're going to treat this just like we would our binding. And we're going to put right sides together, sew 1/4 inch out so that we have one long strip. Take this to my sewing machine. Same thing here with our top. We're going to put right sides together, treat it just like it was binding. Right sides together, sew all the way down. There we have our top and our bottom sewn together. Now that I'm done cutting, I'm going to move my ironing board on top of my cutting mat. The next step is to open up our seams. We're not going to move our seams to the side, we're actually going to open up each seam. And just give the tie a nice little press. Now we're going to take the top of our tie and the bottom of our tie and put them right sides together. If they're a little bit off from each other, that's okay, because we'll be able to make it work at the end. So I've got those lined up pretty good. We're going to stick one in each side, a pin in each side. So what I've done is I've pinned both points of the tie, the small point and the large point, and now I'm going to go and sew the point closed. If there's any excess hanging over, now's the time to cut that off. So I'm going to take a pair of scissors and cut off a little bit of excess. And check the other side. That one's good. Now we're going to turn the tie right sides out. I'm going to use a pair of scissors just to get my point at the very top out. Now that our tie is right sides out, we're going to take it and fold it down the entire length of the tie in half, right sides together, and pin all the way down. I'm going to show you how you do that. And I like to pin about a ½ inch away, that way I can run down the entire sewing machine without taking out any pins. Now that we folded our tie in half and pinned it down the length of the tie, we're gonna take it to our sewing machine and sew all the way down. I'm gonna sew starting at the largest point of my tie, the wider part of my tie. And we're gonna sew 1/4 inch, just like we've been doing this whole time. I'm just gonna change my stitch length down to 1.5, and we are going to do a back stitch right here at this point. As you can see here, I have a little bit of excess hanging out. At the end of our seam, we're going to go and cut off this excess with a pair of scissors. Like I just showed you a couple minutes ago, on one part I've got a little bit of excess here. I'm going to take a pair of scissors and I'm going to trim off this excess. About 1/4 inch away from our seam, just like that. The next step is to turn this tie right side out. I've got the largest safety pin that I have, and starting at the short end or the smallest end, we're going to stick the pin through and start turning. If you start from the big end, it gets really hard to turn it when you get down to the end. So that's why we start with the smaller end. Now that I've reached the other side, we can take out that pin and turn it the rest of the way. So now down to the last part. We need to iron this tie. Something to keep in mind is that we have to iron it straight down the back and on top. That way our points line up properly. I'm going to show you how you do that. We're going to take it and press down real nice and easy here. And on the back as well, opening up this inner seam. We're trying to keep the center seam as straight as possible. I'm going to pull out my best press just to set this all down real nice. Here it is, our custom tie. This literally took 30 minutes to make. It was a really fun project to do. Like I said in the beginning of the video, I've left a PDF download in the description below. My name's Tiank. I'm teaching you how to sew like a pro. We'll see you here next week at Sew Yeah Quilting.